Another thing I like to do on my ride home is watch planes land. Ah! That's something I like. Dead fish. Another thing I like on the ride home is free fruit. Carnage! Absolute carnage! I like bridges too. This is another thing I like about my ride home. This is an ad for Derucci bedding, and I'm pretty sure that says in Chinese. I like trains. I'm here at the on Qantas Drive at the threshold of the main runway for Kingsford Smith Airport, and I'm doing that really nerdy thing of watching planes land. Okay, these lights here, they flash and they lead the pilot under the threshold, and I just love these, how they've painted these. They look like a Jeffrey Smart painting, they really do. And it's a device called T-Vasis, and basically what it does is it shows you different coloured lights depending on where you are on the glide path. So if you're too low, it might show you red lights above white lights, and if you're at the right height, you'll see all white lights, etc., etc. I don't know if that's exactly the pattern of lights that you see, but you get the drift. If you're on the wrong part of the glide slope, too high or too low, it sort of lets you know. Plane's coming now. Here it comes. Okay, just one more, and then I'm going home. Please, God, please let it be an A340 or a 747. Don't let it be a Fokker. I hate the little Fokkers. Here it comes. Here it comes. Absolute carnage from the storm the other night. This is something I really love about this place. See, the path has actually been washed out, the dirt's been washed out from underneath the concrete. When I came through here the other night when there was a storm on, this stormwater ditch was completely full. Well, that night of the big storm, it must have been amazing. All this must have been underwater. And yeah, something I like about this place is just how much it changes. That's something I like. Dead fish. This fella got washed up here in the storm the other night. Carnage! Absolute carnage! Another thing I like on the ride home is free fruit. Check it out. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, so ripe it's falling off the tree. Check it out. A little blackberry. Mmm. I like bridges too. This is the old sugar mill from 1840, and I was always wondering, I I'll show you that later on down there. There's like this little, it looks like a swimming pool. It was actually the dam that powered the, or provided water for the sugar mill. Bit of a history lesson, Cooks River. And this is the dam. So I think they would have been able to shut that opening there when the tide goes out, and that would give them adequate water regardless of what was happening in the river. Another thing I like about my ride home is exercise. I like exercise. Another thing I like about my ride home is meditation. That's enough. Another thing I really like about my ride, well not really like, is the stuff that goes floating by in the river. And on a good day I've seen chairs, tables, Russian army tanks, dead cows, just a myriad of things. It's like one giant open sewer at times, but today it is very picturesque. Check it out. It looks like a scene from on Golden Pond. Absolutely beautiful. I came through here yesterday and there was about 5,000 plastic bottles floating in this river. And today it's probably all in Sydney Harbour, sorry, in Botany Bay. That's where this empties out. So I'll probably be kayaking through it this weekend. Bridge number 2. I cross 5 and go under 2. Come on. Yeah, I love bridges. Bridge number 2. God, I wish I could afford a GoPro. And this is bridge number 3. Cross this one to get, this is at Marrickville. Cross this one to get to the other side. And then we head down to Tempe. All along the beautiful Cooks River, so no riding on the road. 19 Ks and only about 3 Ks on the road. It's great. Another thing I like about my ride is drink time. I told a lie. I told a lie. I actually go over, under 3 bridges, not 2. And this bridge I'm about to go under, it's got a bit of a history. Had a mate that used to have a fish shop and pet supply shop at Tempe, and he had very, very relaxed parents, and so I went to stay at his house, and we took our little $12 inflatable boats up the Cooks River, about 5 or 6 Ks, and we came to this bridge, and everything was going well until these teenagers came out with some rocks they'd picked up from the local, I think they'd gotten them off a railway track or something, the big blue metal, pieces of blue metal, and proceeded to throw them at us and try and sink us or kill us. And we thought it was pretty funny at the time, but it was actually probably exceedingly dangerous. Anyway, we survived, and it was another boys' own adventure. This is the infamous bridge the boys chucked rocks at us from. This is the second bridge I go under. This is where things can get really, really weird, because when the tide comes in and it's really high, it floods under there, and then I have to take this horrible detour to get around it. But I've gone through there a few times when it's been like a foot deep, and kind of regretted it because I've gotten very wet in the process and it's pretty smelly water. But all things considered, it's quite an interesting trip, and it's great when there's a train going over. I like trains. You can just see how close to the water you are here. It's just on the other side of that little stone fence. And yeah, king tide, you always get wet in here. Look how low it is. I mean, it is low. If I stood up on the bike, I'd hit the roof. But great when a train comes over. I like trains. This is bridge number 3, I've lost count. Like I said, I go under 3 and over 5, so this must be number 4, and it's over the Alexandria Canal. The Alexandria Canal was built to originally go from Botany Bay to Sydney Harbour, but it only got as far as Alexandria. They never finished it, and it had factories all the way along. Originally it were wool stores, but eventually when the wool stores were all pulled down, factories were built in their places, and lots of crap, dioxins, really horrible stuff got dumped in the water. And this is so toxic now, this Alexandria Canal that's behind me here, that you're not allowed to fish here at all because the sediment is so toxic. They just want it to stay where it is. So it is really noxious. Not a nice place to catch and eat fish. I've seen a few people catching fish here. I'm pretty sure they don't eat them. Let's hope they don't. It puts the lotion on its skin to make it soft. I keep getting the bridge count wrong. Because this one, I said I go under a 2. I actually go under 3 because I'm under Hanover with this one. Oh boy, it's windy. Two under the M5. Very exciting. Under the M5. I really like this bit. There's this really, really manky pond on this side, and then a little bit of a creek on this side. What this creek reminds me of is when I was a kid, we used to go to this adventure park, and there was this amusement that this place that I think it was out in Ugundagai somewhere, and you put like 20 cents in the slot. You'd hear this growling, and oh, there's a bike coming. I don't like talking when people are coming by. They think I'm crazy. I think I'm talking to myself, which I am most of the time. Anyway, in this amusement park, you'd put this 20 cents in, and you'd hear this growling, and this giant bunyip would just pop out of the water with all these reeds on its head. It was pretty scary. At least it was when you were a kid. You'd probably find it pretty amusing now. Anyway. I was scared, but my brother was more than scared. He was so scared that he wet himself and started to run, and my mother only just managed to get him before he ran onto the motorway and got slammed by a truck. So yeah, fun days. But we all lived to tell the tale, the giant bunyip. I don't know why, but I just really like this bit of the ride. It's a lot of fun. I think it's the poles along the side. It makes you feel like you're going really, really fast, when in actual fact, you're not. Another one that I forgot. one of the many. And we're just coming out the back of the Cooks River. I think it's a fishing club of some sort. When I see the sign, I'll give you a shot of it. Forgot this bridge too. I cross a lot of bridges. It's the fishing club I was talking about is called Brighton Fishers. Oh, I like Brighton Fishers. This is the very last bit of bike path before we get back into civilization, and the last 2 k's I have to dice with death. So, I kind of like this bit too, except that at night time it gets really dark and a little bit spooky. There's no lights. Ouch. Oh, I need a GoPro. So we come around here, and to our right we have scenic factories, and to our left we have the wetlands that run all the way through to Botany Bay. And these wetlands run from Centennial Park, which used to be wetlands, all the way through to Botany Bay, with a few little stutters where people have built on top of them, which is a shame because they're a valuable breeding ground for fish and birds, as you can hear. Sorry about the ecological warrior lecture. But yeah, equal measures of beauty and ugliness. That's what I like. Made it home alive. It's Hariri chicken time now.